Na mkurugenzi mkuu wa kampuni ya Helios iliyolipwa shilingi bilioni 6 na serikali iliyopita amewaambia wabunge kwamba hajawahi kukutana na waziri wa fedha wakati huo Ukur Yattani wala bodi ya kampuni ya Telkom. Aidha, ameeleza bunge kwamba kuna baadhi ya Wakenya mashuhuri ambao walipata mgao wao wa 8% ya fedha hizo. Aliyekuwa waziri wa mawasiliano Joe Musheru kwa upande wake amewataka wabunge kuhakikisha kwamba Telkom inamilikiwa kikamilifu na serikali kwa usalama wa mawasiliano ya serikali.
We never got any instruments to be able to get into or to run Telkom Kenya. For example, Telkom Kenya already had its board, Telkom Kenya had its management, and it had its own budget, which never came through the ministry. So we had no direct involvement in running of Telkom Kenya. The only involvement we would have had is in licensing, like we do for any other business that is in the telecommunications sector through Communications Authority. So even though it was in the executive order, we never had any rights, or I never sat in any board meeting within Telkom or took any decision on the management or running of Telkom Kenya.
If Telkom Kenya was hanging in abeyance for the period that you speak of, having been placed under the purview of Ministry of ICT, but not having the instruments to superintend over it, where would you push these to? And who was supposed to act?
In my letter to the head of public service, I was clear that it was in error. But it did not mean that Telkom Kenya was hanging, because it was an investment of the government of Kenya, and the National Treasury now was managing the affairs of Telkom Kenya through the investment secretary, because it was an investment of the government of Kenya. So they would appoint their board members, they would have their AGMs or shareholder meetings, they would work out on budgets. So that would be managed by the National Treasury and not by the Ministry of ICT.